Every now and then, an idea comes along, an imaginative and innovative idea, and I think we have a duty, particularly in this Senate, to embrace those ideas and the opportunities that they can present to us. The idea of a basic income has been around a long time. Economists, philosophers, politicians have long debated how to abolish poverty. The 1945 Labour government began this journey in earnest by establishing the welfare state, and it worked for many decades. It took the unemployed, it took those unable to work and those in low-paid work out of poverty. And it worked reasonably well in a society where there was near full employment, strong trade unionism, and a public commitment to the common good. Now, during the 1980s and subsequent decades, those three prerequisites which underpinned the welfare state have been increasingly whittled away and undermined, which culminated in the disgraceful Tory Welfare Reform Act of 2010. The attempt to create a new universal credit started off on the right track, with cross-party support, but alongside the bedroom tax became discredited by a Tory government fixed with austerity. Since the days of Margaret Thatcher, political attitudes towards those on benefits has also become increasingly hostile. Consistent headlines about benefit cheats, welfare scroungers, and the latest Tory mantra, the deserving poor, have, I think, increasingly masked the poverty and inequality that has increasingly destabilized our society. So now is the time for a new thinking and new ideas. The emergence of the idea of a universal basic income is timely and welcome. The underlying principle for a UBI is that all adults should be paid an amount of money sufficient to have a reasonable basic standard of living. Now, there is the nub. What is reasonable? What is basic? What is sufficient? Added to that are many other challenges. We have already had some universal benefits, such as free prescriptions and child benefits until recent changes, which go to everyone and are paid for by everyone. Universal basic income would be the same. It is in some ways no different to the concept of a basic tax-free allowance, except that it goes further and becomes a non-means tested payment to every adult. Now, there can, of course, be special top-ups for special needs, and that is one of the concepts, but there are many variations. So making it work, winning support is the real challenge. Will society accept it? Will those who work be prepared to accept this concept? How will it impact on wages and those in work? What obligations will it place on society to ensure that socially and useful and proper work is available and that people take up that work? What are the responsibilities of the recipients? How do you enforce those responsibilities? And there are many other questions. Now, if the idea of a UBI has the potential to eliminate poverty, we must consider it and discuss it and debate it and then come to a conclusion. Jack Sargent has got the ball rolling with this individual members' debate. It is an exciting debate. Let's continue this debate with an open mind because we have much to gain and little to lose. Thank you, Acting Llywydd.